Okay, during the Ring of Gullion example, we created links that were displayed vertically, just directly under each other towards the left. But typically on a web page, the links are horizontal. The nav bar has horizontal links, and very often the links are actually created inside list items, inside an unordered list. Okay, so from what you know of unordered lists, normally there's a bullet point, normally they're vertical. So what do we need to do to an unordered list to allow it to become a set of horizontal links whose style changes when hovering? Okay, so let's look at the code for a typical example. This is a very simple web page here. The resources will be in Moodle. Okay, so this is just links.html, and we've got very little in the page just to concentrate. We've got the body tag. Okay, so we've got inside the nav, just the nav, we've got an unordered list, and inside the unordered list we've got 3 list items. Okay, and they're linking to those 3 TV stations there. Okay, so let's run that, and let's think about what we know before we start thinking about the style. Unordered list, list items, you're expecting 3 bullet points directly underneath each other. However, we see something kind of different. Okay, we see our links are horizontal. On the one line, we see no bullet point. Okay, and we also notice that we've got a background color behind each link, and when we put the mouse over, you can see the styles change there. Okay, the text is getting bigger, the background is changing, the text is changing into a different color. Okay, so what am I doing there? And you could do text align center for the nav, and that would put everything over towards the center if you wanted. So what styles am I doing? What's the secret with the styles to achieve this? Okay, well, let's look first of all at the unordered list style. List style type none gets rid of the bullet points. Background color width. We want to center the links inside the unordered list. Okay, and we're not putting any padding in. So let me just talk about this for a second. Text align center. Let's go back into the browser. If you notice, okay, from where the mouse is to the right, about 2 centimeters, there's no content in there, and then we have roughly the same amount there. Okay, so the nav itself is not centered, but the contents of the unordered list are centered. So when you do text align center on a tag, what's inside the tag is what's going to get centered. Okay, so in other words, I am centering my list items inside my unordered list. Okay, how do I get all the links to be in one line? I use li CSS selector display inline. Okay, so that puts everything horizontal. The opposite of that is display block, which we would have used in the Ring of Gullion for the links. If you look back on that example, display block means that nothing else will appear on a particular line, just one link at a time, so we get them vertical. I'm then adding some padding style for each individual link. So you can see 4 values there, padding. Okay, so that's the box model. Top right, bottom left. Okay, so the right and the left have 20 pixels space. Okay, so you can see here that's about 20 pixels there. Okay, so we've got essentially 40 pixels between those two words there. And what else am I doing? I'm setting a color for the text for green. Okay, so the text, when we load up the web page, the text in the links will be green. And then when we put the mouse over it, okay, we have what's called a pseudo class. Okay, a:hover. When we hover the mouse over, when we do mouse over, okay, the text is going to go yellow. Okay, when we take the mouse away, the color reverts back to green, the text. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to put a background color on the entire list item, not just on the link. Okay, so that there's no extra color coming between the links. Okay, so when I hover on the link, then I want to make the font size bigger and I want to change the background color. Now you might think, well, why not do font size up in here, but I found it doesn't work. Let's just try that. Okay, and refresh here. Okay, actually it does work, yeah. But there's an extra space coming up there, so that must be the reason why I have. Where is the mouse gone? Okay, yeah, the space disappeared. So that's why we put it in at the list item level, rather than at the hover for the link. Okay, so have a go with that. That is very useful code to be able to apply in your own website.